Hello. Right, anybody there? Just wait a minute or two, or just a couple of seconds, see if I get a feed and see who's going to join me. I'm a little bit early actually, aren't I? So no. Aha, I'm live. Oh, forgot to turn the phone down. There we go. Right, can't see anybody there, so I am just going to make a start. Right, I'm going to use tonight, it's a bundle actually, so I'm going to do a little bit of die cut, and I've done some die cutting already, but I just haven't had time today to finish off what I wanted to do what I wanted to do. But anyway, it's called the Wishes and Wonder Bundle. It's a lovely stamp set. Obviously you can see a deer, a reindeer. Hello, whoever's there. I don't know who it is. I can see some people, some likes now. And so yeah, I loved this when I first saw it. And I thought it, because of obviously a reindeer in front of a sleigh, I thought it'd be absolutely ideal for the DL cards that are very in vogue. So that was my aim when I got it to use it. It comes with a lovely die set, as you can see here. This is the die, the reindeer die cuts out the reindeer that you stamp, but also there's a lovely reindeer that you can just die cut out, and I'm using that tonight on here on the box, so you'll see that. I didn't actually realise this is a gift tag as well. I didn't even realise it came with that. So when I opened it up yesterday, I was like, oh, I didn't even realise that came with it. So I was over the moon with that, because I do love my gift tags. And I thought, right, I'm going to make gift tags for my Facebook Live. That solved my solution for me. Hi, Joanne. Glad you could join me. Lovely. Thank you. So, yeah, using the Wishes and Wonders bundle. So I'm going to do a little bit of die cutting, get my Stampin Cut and Boss machine out, whatever it's called. I don't usually use that on my dies, do I? So anyway, so that's my DL card that I've made with some silver embossing. I've used the beautiful Feels Like Frost papers, which we had last year. And somewhere, I just want to quickly show you these. These were such a favourite. They had them back as a returning favourite this year. And you've got a couple of snow scenes, which is lovely. I think that one would have been lovely, but I'd have had to either chop some of the trees off if I wanted some snow. So that one was more suitable. And they've got lovely silver, like embossing, yeah, on the back. So, hi Vivian, how are you? Yeah, I love this set as well. So I've only just got it recently, so I haven't played with it much. Oh, hi Carol, have you? Yeah, I haven't played with it much, but I can't wait to. So I'm just showing you these gorgeous papers. I know some of you probably saw these from last year. They really are beautiful. You really don't need to do a lot with them. You can see they've got the bouquet technique. So, but yeah, some of them make fabulous backdrops and scenes, and it just makes it, yeah, produce cards quite quick and easily. So I think you can get, so you can just put a card and you can just put some glitter on and just, yeah, put a sentiment on if you want to create some really simple cards, but the papers just really do speak for themselves. So I just thought I'd quickly show you those. Hi Sandra, yes, I love the papers. They're a return of favourite from last year. I went through several packs of them last year in my card classes, but use them again tonight. And then quickly I'll just show you what we're going to do. We're making a box just to hold some gift tags. So I'm creating some gift tags as well, because as I said, the die's in there, the die cut. So I thought, right, going to make the gift tags. I was going to make a little treat box, but I might do that in the next week or so, week or two's time. But I thought, no, it's got to be tags. Anyway, without further ado, going to crack on with this one. And look at this lady. I don't know about you, but I didn't even really notice this in the catalogue with the Halloween stuff, because I'm not a huge Halloween fan. No, not that my kids have grown up. But this is absolute, you probably can't see it, just look how shiny it is. It's the metallic mesh. Can't tell you the page, but so it's with the Halloween stuff. So check that out, because it really is lovely. It's ideal for this or any snowy scenes or anything like that. So, right, what have we got in the bag on my bits? So I did die cut that out with the balmy blue glitzy paper, or glitter paper is it called? I don't know. I can't remember all the names when they keep. I do that. I'm using, for the reindeer, because I'm doing a little bit of watercolouring, I'm using a shimmery white, which, yeah, is shimmery white. It's just not very shimmery. So, DL card. Just in case you don't know, a DL card pretty much is, it's the width of our A4 card, which is 210mm across there. They do vary. There is, yeah, DL cards do vary. So what I would always do, I would make sure you purchase your envelopes first, and then make sure your card fits in it. So because they can vary a little bit, but it should be around about the 210, the width of a A4 card, and then it's obviously 105 that way, so it's 210. It's 210 square basically, and then scored at 105 to get you halfway. Just so yeah. It give or take. Sometimes it could be 213 millimeters, but you know, that's why I say check your envelopes first, because it's so annoying if it doesn't fit in your envelopes. Just wanted to give you a heads up about that. That's just another bit of, so I don't really need the envelope at the moment. Right, I have got a little bit of a head start because I don't know how long this is all going to take tonight. So all I've done on Smoky Slate, which I've measured out, this will all be on my blog in the next day or two. So I've mounted the scene, the snow scene, and this was just the back of one of the others, and I've just flipped it round. And now I'm just going to attach the mesh to it. So obviously this is see-through, so so I've like, I don't need that much, do I? I don't really actually don't need that much. Hiya Leslie, good, glad you could make it. I don't know what I've done. My best favourite scissors, I don't know what I've done with them. That's the trouble with having two rooms. I don't think they're downstairs either, but anyway, we'll crack on with these. So what I'm going to do, because obviously this is, you've just got to kind of you can either fold it, I guess, to try and create a little bit, if that would work. I think I twisted it, but I think I might try folding it and then just try and stick it quickly on the back. I think that's probably what put me off it a little bit, the fact that it's like see-through. I thought, well, what are you going to do with that much? But then I did look at the Halloween stuff, and they have done bows with it on boxes. So, but we're creative. We can do, you know, we can do things with it. Yeah, I think I might have to twist it. Let's hope we can. You just either want to bunch it up, twist it, however you can get just a little bit of depth to it. I think that will, more fingers and thumbs while I do it. I'm just going to attach one there. You can see I've cut off plenty, probably too much. So I've got to make sure I'm in screen and shot. So yeah, just twist it. That's fine. You could, I guess, bunch it up and then do your ribbon, but I always like to do my ribbons afterwards. I just find it easier. I get everything mounted up first. So that's ready to stick on. So it's actually a very, well, quite quick. Obviously the worst, or the longest part is doing the embossing and the colouring in. But it looks quite an intricate card, but it really isn't. It's just because of this, I think it's the backdrop that makes it. Because though it's more difficult than it is. So, stick that on the right way. There we go. So you can, I mean, you could do all sorts with that base, couldn't you? You could, you know, you don't have to use the deer. There's lots of things you could do, but we are going to emboss the deer. We need silver embossing, Versamark. Yes, I know we don't do the embossing bud anymore, but I still use it because I believe you can still purchase it other ways, places if you haven't got it from Stampin' Up. Still, for the life of me, can never fathom why they got rid of it, but hey ho, they did. It doesn't matter too much because I'm die cutting it out, but I still like to use it. Right, I'm going to do sleigh first. Plenty of Versamark on. And I don't know if anybody saw my Tots Tips video this morning. I talked about ink pads. I didn't actually talk about the Versamark, I should have done. But I did talk about the other ones. And so then you may want to watch that, and you might glean a few tips from it. Who knows? You never know. So we all have different ways of doing things. So can't see them at all on there. Right. Yeah, I've missed his antlers. I nearly blew it then. There's some, yeah, that'll do. Nearly blew it and I'd have blown it all off my Stampin'. Right. Put that down there. Put the lid on, so yeah, just a quick blast with a heat gun. Now, as I always say, you could cut these out, fussy cut them out. Now, I love fussy cutting, but I have to be honest, I wouldn't be too keen having to cut that sleigh out with those curvy edges and banking on getting them curvy. But it's possible, definitely. I'll just quickly wash these. I'll clean them. Right, so now we're going to do the watercolour technique. Now, strictly speaking, I should use my inkers, but I haven't because I'm not doing a lot. I'm just going to, let's do a little bit of a squidge, because these are the old pads, you can squeeze it into the lid. Just make sure you dry the markers or don't get loads of water in it. I always have a bit of kitchen towel by my side just in case. So using our water painters, a little bit of water, and we're going to, because I'm die cutting it out, I am just going to go all over. That's as simple as that. You don't even have to keep within the lines. How clever is that? So yeah, again, I'm sure lots of people have different ways of watercolouring, all neatly. I do this first, get a base layer down, and then I'm going to go with the ground. Then I will dry it, or see if it dries automatically. If not, I'll just get the heat gun in. Make sure. Maybe the light's not too good in here tonight. I think I'm going to have to investigate that. I might have to get some more spotlights in here. The lighting actually hasn't changed from my room before, and I thought it'd be lighter because the walls are lighter now, but maybe it's just these winter nights drawing in. So just a wash of smoky slate. And then I'll just put so, as I say, if it wasn't dry, you could definitely dry it with your heat gun to speed things up a little bit. Now I'm not going to use any water, and I'm just going to, yeah, it does need to get a bit of drying, so bear with. Obviously, if you had the time to let it dry, you could let it dry naturally, but we don't have that. So then just try and go in wet and darken it. Where you think it would be darker, just to give them a little bit of curviness, really. And then I'm just going to smooth over with a little bit of water just to blend it in a bit. you wasn't confident with this, you could use your watercolour pencils, but the colours are a little bit limited, unfortunately. It's because it's a little bit too wet for my liking, that's why it's not darkening up much. But hopefully I can show you better on the sleigh. Oh, I think Daisy's trying to get in, barge away in the door now. Let's try on the sleigh. So I just want to create some depth. And then try and just blend it in a little bit. I think that'll do. So it's quite subtle, but it's just enough to give a little bit of, not quite so much on the deer. If I had more time, I would go in and do more on the deer, because I'm not entirely happy with that. Let's see if I can, it really needs to be drier. Yeah. Thank you, Leslie. As I say, my original probably looks a little bit better. I would have taken a little bit more time. But the heat gun is very, very clever actually to use with watercolouring. I have to say, I did actually try the sleigh in red and a little bit darker, and no, I didn't like it. I wanted to keep all the colours nice and subtle. I just thought they worked better like that. Right, I'm just going to bring up my, oh, you haven't seen this for a while. It's looking a bit worn already. I do use it a lot. I do love it. I certainly don't regret buying it. So we're going to cut those out, hopefully getting them lined up well. I might do it one at a time actually, so I don't, because it's difficult to see with the camera in the way as it is. Oh, he has moved. Oh dear, drastically moved. Ah, right, I can fix that. Right, you can see he's dressing it. Right, I'm just going, because I've obviously done that. What I will do, because luckily I haven't cut any off there, I'm just going to cut that by hand. And we don't know the difference, but that's what happens when it doesn't line up. So that's why I don't like doing fussy cutting on camera too much, because it's a little bit tricky with the camera. This is better actually. I can see this one better. Hold it nice and firmly. It is off my stand up actually. That's it. Yeah, that's better. It's not too bad. So put that there. Right, I think I've got to use that again a little bit later on. I'm not sure. Whether I did it. Yeah, I think. Oh no, I've got to do it for the roundel in a minute as well. Oh, I should have stamped that, shouldn't I? And then I could have got it done. Right, let's do that. Right. Now I'm actually using Misty Moonlight, which is not one of the colours in the paper, but I think Night of Navy was Balmy Blue. Balmy Blue would have been too light for my liking, because that's going up against that Balmy Blue. And Night of Navy, I just didn't want Night of Navy. I just felt that was too dark, so I went with Misty Moonlight, and I think it works. So, I do normally like to coordinate all the colours. Yes, Vivian, I used to use the magnetic plate, but as you know, we've got issues with that at the moment. I don't like using washi tape because I find that then sticks, and I know a lot of people do. I have to say I don't have much of a trouble if I'm doing it downstairs when I'm normally die cutting. It's just on camera because I wasn't standing up. Normally I stand up and I can look over. It's not really usually an issue for me. But I know a lot of my card ladies used to use washi tape and stuff, but no, I always used to use the magnetic plate. Loved my magnetic plate. I don't really want to try the old magnetic plate in here because I'm not sure it's compatible. And it will invalidate the warranty, so we will wait to see if they improve the other one. That's not the right one, or is it? It must be. Yeah, it's a little bit big. Oh, I guess it's because the writing's hanging over the edge, actually. So, yeah, if I stand up, it's a lot better. Yeah, that again is off centre. Oh well, it's obviously moving, or I'm not lining it up properly. It's okay, I will ink the edges and you won't notice it so much. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a impatient, I suppose. People use the washi tape and stuff. I'll do. Won't notice too much, hopefully. Can always pull it off and redo it anyway afterwards. Yeah, it's not too bad. You don't notice it. Right, we're ready to go. Just the sentiment as well, I'll do that. Now I guess you could have done this on Whisper White. It was a flip up of whether I do it on Whisper White or the Balmy Blue. So I want to bring a bit more Balmy Blue in because I'd use the glimmer paper. Line that up. Perfect. Oh, pretty perfect. It's busy out there tonight, a lot of 909s, emergency vehicles. Right, so I need to cut that down a little bit because we're using the lovely labels punch. Right, excuse me, have a quick drink. I haven't drunk enough today because I've been so busy. So this is the lovely labels pick a punch, which I absolutely love. You can probably see me, I use it a lot. It's a great investment, it really is. Hi Julie, how are you? You still going out doing your walking? Or is that finished now? Was that just summer? I must admit, I haven't been out. Went for a quick walk to Linford Arboretum on my birthday on Sunday, but the girls soon got fed up after a mile and a half in. Oh, that's not... Steph's hips started to hurt, and I said, well, she shouldn't really be having her hips hurting her at 27, so I don't know what the problem is. I just don't think they wanted to walk, if truth be known. But hey ho. Which stamp set was the sentiment from, please? No worries. It's from this stamp set, Leslie. They're wishing you. It's in here. Look, it's wishing you the happiest season of all. It probably is quite small. Well, it looks small on there, but it's not too bad on there. It could be dark, yeah. Well, I meant to do running for the Ladybirds on a Wednesday evening, but I haven't done it for weeks, and so I'm back to square one again. I need to do some little runs before I can start doing longer ones. Otherwise, I will get injured. Oh, have I moved my camera? Looks like I have. Maybe not. Right. So now it's just a case of mounting it all up. Oh yeah, I've just got to cut that. This is why, I must admit, this is why I am so used to fussy cutting. I haven't used a lot of dies for a while. Not dies that you cut around things anyway. It's a little bit off, his leg is going to be just done. Oh gosh, have you? Well done. Simon's just done his rowing and his spin, but so yeah, I haven't had time for that today, unfortunately, but I'm going to have to make time the next day or two for some exercise. Right, let's get this mounted up on some dimensionals, big ones. But yeah, I haven't been out on my bike for a while. We've had a lot of rain here the last couple of days, and I do not like going out in the rain on the bike anyway. I don't mind running in it. That's that. For anybody, Sandra, you asked me, and I don't know if you saw my reply, the lines on the dimensionals, that was on one of my top tips. It's just basically so you can see better how many are gone. You can just see at a quick glance. And also, no, I need another one on there. And also you can see them on the backs of your things to pull them off a lot easier. Yeah, that's what the lines are for. I don't know if you saw my reply to you. Really, it does help. I think I need little thin ones for legs. Although saying that, I'm going to be putting I'll tell you what, we won't bother because I'm going to be putting the thing over it, the banner. I don't know if you can hear that, or the sirens. It's going mad. I'm just going to put that up a little bit. Go a little bit more further forward. I was looking for some silver thread to tie the thingy on there, but we haven't actually got any current, so I thought I better not use it. But you could certainly do that, make some rains if it bothered you. Yeah, dimensionals. So yeah, I thought this was quite a quick card in the end after I'd finished designing it. There are some lovely, there's great inspiration already on the internet for this stamp set, but I want to do my own interpretation of it. But there are some fabulous examples if you want some more inspiration. I keep forgetting where I put my bin. Oh dear. Thank you, Alison. Right, stick that on there. Slight angle. I like things at a slight angle. I know some people don't. Oh, I do need those. I need the little ones again. Right, so banner on, and then I'll just do the bow last. Oh, upside down. So a few dimensionals at the bottom, and as usual I will glue it to the everything else. It's kind of one of my things that I do. Seem to bit of a long sentiment this is, isn't it? But I thought it was ideal actually for the length of the sleigh and the deer. So pop them off. Not bad for about half an hour. Just got to do the bow. And I reckon some of those dimensionals are showing. Just put it up there. Just make sure they're not showing. You can always colour them with your Stampin' Blend if you've got the Stampin' Blend colour, if you don't like seeing your dimensionals. That's pretty much finished, and then just the bow to finish off. You could just leave it like that. Oh, and some, I don't know what they're called, but those blue sparkly things from, I think they're from the Snowflake Splendor. I'm not sure, but they are lovely. But I'll put the bow on first. Right, get plenty off. You don't have to worry about bunching this up quite so much because it will naturally do it anyway when you do your bow. You can move it up and down. So I do bunny ears. It's up to you which way you do your bows. Depends what type of bow I'm doing actually. And you can see it's quite voluptuous. It's quite definitely think I'm going to have to order some more of this because it is lovely. Yeah, I might just keep pulling it, but that will do. So preferably use nice sharp scissors, not your paper snips. That's better. And I like it because although it's voluptuous and big, it doesn't dominate the card too much because it's see-through. Well, I don't think it does. I think it looks okay. Right. Oh, have you, Leslie? What have you been making with it? Be interested to know. Have you been using it for boxes or? Let's put some of these on. It really is lovely though. It doesn't look anything when you just see it just sitting there on a round. Well, I've got mine around a lollipop stick, as you can see. It just looks like, I don't know, but it's once you do a bow with it, it looks fabulous. And these are lovely. They catch the light. I think 3 will do. And there we go. Finished. No. Right, So that's that done. Have I remembered everything? Yeah, I think so. So put those aside. Oh, I'm going to put those over there. Right, next is the gift tag box, which is this. So a very simple box. You could do a lid with it, I guess, if you wanted to as well, but I don't think there was much need. You don't even have to do the box, of course, if you don't want to, but if you did want to give a gift, maybe if you want to make birthday cards or birthday gift tags, sorry. Oh, great. Sorry if you can hear that noise. My husband's now having a shower and it's right next to my room. Thank you, Julie. And very noisy just lately, the pump is. Right, so I've got to cut it. Oh yeah, I have, you can see I've made the box. I've done all it's just a simple box. I've done all my score lines. I'll put them all on my blog. And I've stuck my designer series paper, which is also from the suite. Wonderful, I don't know what it's called. Let me just have a look. Christmas cards. Ah, Snowflake Wishes stamp. Yes, that would make sense. I think that would look lovely with that. It is Tis the Season designer series paper. It's 6x6 papers. So that's what I've used on here. That was a quick shower, wasn't it? It's only because he's just done a little bit of exercise, I think. Cut out this square. You can wedge it a little bit if you like. I usually do. I won't wedge that one though. That's it. Super simple. Doing the flapping, you could use tape or glue. I think I will use glue for speed. Well, then I've just got to wait to dry a bit, but bring that down. Give it a good rub. Oh, what have I done with my bone? There it is. There we go. Right, so that's your seam. So you want that at the back. It's not a slightly overhang that. If that happens, you can go in and cut. Just be very careful. But you want your seam at the back, so you want this fold forwards. So like that. So you've got your nice fold on the front. And then I've forgotten again which is the back. Can't see it now. Yeah, back. So that one up. That one. A little bit of a rub down. That's it. It's done. A little bit naughty with my DSP. Didn't put that on very level, but hey ho. Once you get it covered with the gift tag, which I have cut somewhere. Or have I? 1, 2. Yes. So I've cut a gift tag for the front. Do a little bit of stamping. It's real red I've got here, so I'm just going to do it in real red. Tone on tone. Actually, have I used... no, I think I used cherry cobbler looking at that. This is lovely. I love this stamp. Really do, this mistletoe one. Yeah, it's cherry cobbler. I'm doing that, I'm going to do the other ones. These are our tags, so I'm going to that's strange, that shows up quite well on the cherry cobbler as well. I've got that one out. Right. So I've done that. I might do the sentiments all at the same time actually, that'll save a bit of time, just try and get in a pattern. So I'm just going to stick him on the... Now if I'd have been really clever and remembered, because I often don't, you would stick this on our adhesive sheets and it would make it a lot easier because of the spindly legs. I swear by the adhesive sheets, but I do forget to use them unfortunately sometimes. But when you use them they are fabulous. Oh, and it's alive. Oh, here he is. So yeah, I thoroughly recommend them if you want to speed things up. Oh, it's a little bit close to the... Oh, that's better. There you go. So I am going to... No, I'll put the strips on. No, I'll wait until I do all the others, I think. Right, so basically it's just the same really with the gift tags. It's similar. Now you could change the designs all up a little bit, make them all look a little bit different. But I kind of went with the same theme. Right, so I'm using the tag punch holder, I can't remember the name of it. One of the tag punch toppers, which I think there's a couple, so either one, whichever one you've got, whichever one you prefer, you could use. Try and centre. Oh, it's just not. I think it's because they're not too. This is 2 inch. Yeah, 2 inches the channel is, and I've made my gift tags to fit the box 2 1/8. So that's why they've been a little bit. With hindsight, it'd probably be easier and better to make them 2 inches. If I'm honest, because then I wouldn't have this struggle getting it in there. Getting it in centrally. It really doesn't want to sit. So yeah, either go bigger than 2 1/8, because it's just that smidgen a little bit and it's just not sitting very easily. Or just keep it at 2 inches and then it'll fit in the channel properly and you won't have any issues. Yeah, I love it, Julia. So that's been around quite a while now and we've certainly got a use out of it, I think. I guess it's good for scrapbooking as well, isn't it, when you use it? So you can see I've got a few little burry edges on there, but that's not a problem. You just cut them off. That one's not too bad. So that's just because I'm just over the 2 inches. There we go. I've only stamped that one, haven't I? So now just stamping all of them in their own colour. So this is shaded spruce. It's all the colours that are in the papers actually, with the exception of soft suede that I'm using to do the main images. So that's that cherry cobbler's actually dried a little bit lighter now. It still looks lovely though. You could use Merry Merlot if you wanted a stronger effect, a darker effect. And you could use cherry cobbler on this, I guess. Depends whether you want it subtle or a little bit darker. Isn't it lovely though? I just love it. I just love it for backgrounds. Really hope this one carries over for next year. Garden green. And I don't seem to have bought garden green up. That's strange. Soft suede. Oh, yes I do. Haha, thank you. I bet you all saw that, didn't you? I saw it in front of me. How many times I do that? Dear me. I think I need to get to the opticians. I actually am due for an optician's check. I think you can tell why. I got my letter last week actually. I actually don't think it's my eyes. I think it's my brain being a bit slow today. Had a very busy day. Right, I think that's most. Oh yeah, we just need to do the sentiments for those colours. I should have probably done them while I had them out. I never work logically, not when I'm on a live. I do when I'm working, but I don't on a live for some reason. Right, let me think about this. So I'm doing those. Over there. So yeah, I've just done all the images, and you can see I haven't coloured them in because I quite like them. Not well, yeah, just neutral. But obviously, you could colour them in more for speed than anything. But I just think they look really nice, not coloured in. Right, so I've done 2 vertically or portrait, and then I've done 2 landscape. So that's a landscape and that's a portrait one. And also just to show you from my re-ink, I showed you how to re-ink this morning on the ink pads, just to show you how you think your colours are okay. That soft suede before I re-inked it someone. Look at the difference. Look how much lighter that is. I knew it was getting light, but that's more the true colour that it should be. So just to show you, really, it is important to keep your ink pads re-inked because it's such a gradual decline. You don't really notice it until you do that. And you ink them up again, ink them up, and you think, wow, that's the original colour. So yet again, on this one, you'll see the difference of how it should be and how it was before I re-inked it. Look at that. That's incredible, really, isn't it? No worries, Vivian. Thanks for joining me. So yeah, I know so many people don't buy the re-inkers because they think they don't need them, but I personally think, you know, you want your colours to stay true to what they should be, really. And obviously, depending on how often you use them. Which way did I have this? That way. Yeah, that is right. Duh. Right, quite high because I've got the sentiment again as well. Yeah, it's really, that's almost like early espresso, not quite as dark as that. I think I need to have a session of sitting down one afternoon and going through and checking them all, actually, quite honestly, because I've obviously been a little bit more remiss than I thought I was. Mistletoe. Yeah. nice strong outline. Looks really good now. I like the dark effect. So now all we've got to add is the little bits of paper, which I haven't actually cut. I was going to, but I just ran out of time. We're not doing too badly for time though. So I'm just going to cut a little sliver. It's up to you how wide you want to make this. I wanted a little bit of the white underneath showing. So I'm basically just going to do it the width of that base plate there. And I'll use that one as well. And the other one. Ideally you'd use the papers that you'd used on your box, but I don't know if I've got any of the, oh yeah, that is that one. That one is. Yeah, I'm not too fussed. It's all part of the same set, so. Just do another one. You can flip them if you like, because obviously they're double-sided. That should give us plenty. Right, so I'm going to stick that on there. No, I think I'm going to do the sentiments next, because I just need to know where to stick them. So with some scrap card, Whisper White. Probably got enough now, I don't know. Right, so we're going to use 2 of those, special delivery, and this one. I'm just going to do one in each of the colours. Is that wide enough to, yes, I think it is. Don't know if it is. I just want to check that that's wide, yeah. So I can get several on there. So that's the shade of Spruce. Obviously, if you were pushed for time, you could just do them all in one colour. I think I'll do that one for special delivery. Perfect. And then we've got this which says, "May the wonder of Christmas stay with you throughout the coming year." Oh yeah, I've got another colour on there. That's really nice to fit inside cards as well, isn't it? That would be lovely. And the last one, Cherry Cobbler. I think it's most of the stamping done then. Just a case of cutting them down with our little mini cutter. I don't know if these are still available. They were on sale on, I don't know where, supplies, I can't remember. I'll have to check that actually. I might get another one so I can have one downstairs, then one up here as well. So I'm just going to cut that off. If any of you are demos and you can tell me if they're still available, that would be great. Please. If not, I will just check on the... Right, those two are done. Right, let's try and get this as slimline as possible. That's still very funky. To be honest, I think most of you are demos on here. How strange is that? Right. Don't think I need that. What Java just dropped on the floor. Hopefully we're good to go now. So I'm going to stick a little bit on there. And that on there. I just like to sponge the edges a little bit. Oh. So that's cherry cobbler. Obviously not going to sponge the ends because I'm going to be cutting them off, but there's me, thought I'd finish with the ink pads. That's good job. I was going to actually wash all these today, my daubers, and I didn't, but I really need to. Garden green. Because although I've actually got them labelled with all the colour, I end up not using them for the right colour. Terrible, I know. So I just need to wash them out. How are we doing for time? It's not even 8 o'clock yet. That's good. So yeah, next week I may use this set. I don't know. I may switch to. I have got the Snowflake Splendor, which I've had for ages, and I've not even played with it yet. So there we go. Might use that. Who knows? If anybody has anything specific they would like me to do, please let me know. Any gift boxes or, I don't know, cards, tags, I don't know, anything specifically Christmas. If I can do it, I will. I've been a bit extravagant there with the paper. I could have been a bit more frugal, but obviously I'm, you know, time constraints and all that. Yeah, I don't like covering the picture up too much, but can't be helped on those ones. I've used that colour, haven't I? And the tree's the wrong way really, so yeah, I'm going to have to use that. Should have checked that before cutting that the trees were the right direction, but I didn't. That's okay. Ideal for use. Gift tags are brilliant for using up all your odds and ends when you've got all these little bits left over, because we all get them, don't we? So yeah, make some tags with them. Absolutely ideal for this. So go back and cut them now. Let's see, I'm just gonna, oh, don't know what's happened there. Not quite gone to plan like the other ones. Hang on. Right, that one. You don't want to lose your triangles really if you can help it. Go. Oh, that's a shame. Got stuck to that one. Right. I'll have to probably put a back on it. Now, obviously, if you wanted to, you could have made these. I could have stamped these and put these and die cut them out as dies for everything and raise them up. They'd look lovely. But it's time more than anything, really. I have to be aware of that on a Facebook Live. But yeah, I might do some with doing that. They would, I think they'd be very pretty. So I'm just going to pop them up on some dimensionals. It doesn't help me out that I've got glue underneath. Right, what I should have done, centered that. About center. Because I'm raising it on dimensionals, it's hard to cut it afterwards. I should have cut that first. Hopefully it's central. What's happened with the other one? So just centralise your words. You can cut them at the same time actually. Got sticky scissors now. Need to give them a wipe. That's it. I'll leave it stuck over that sticky bit. So pop these up on dimensionals. There we go. To nearly there. I think I'll do the garden green with that. Yeah, that's nice. So yeah, again we want to. No, I think I stuck these down. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I think I had to go up that way, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to stick them down. So yeah, I'm covering quite a bit of the sleigh, but which is a shame. Should have brought that other bit of DSP down further. But you can think about it a little bit more than I can. Take your time. So you could put that underneath, just. Just give it a little bit of drying time. And then I can cut it. And then get them threaded through with the ribbon. I'll just be doing the ribbon while I'm just giving that a little bit of extra drying time before I cut it. Right, this is real red ribbon, very thin. Is it 1/8 of an inch? I'm not sure, something like that. You don't need too much of it. I think I did each one at 8 inches. So 8 inches. Just need 4 of those. Nice if you have different coloured ribbons as well, I guess. I don't know why I try and rush, because then I mess up. Take your time, Sarah. Right. And I've covered the hole up on that one, that's clever. And I do not have a punch up here, so we're not gonna... I've got a punch downstairs that I would punch through. So you don't want to lose that lovely edge that you've got. It's easy enough to cut out though. Are we still all there? Have we all left? I know some people have left. Right, just a case of threading it through the ribbon now with the appropriate colour. So this one's garden green, so we're going to go on the garden green backing. I just loop it through. I can't do that one because of the hole, so that one I am going to have to leave. I'll just pinch that one from there and let's pretend we've done that one. So this is red on red. I quite like seeing the back of the loop actually as opposed to the front. So I'm doing it that way. You could just use your linen thread as well, or plus the linen thread, either or both. That shade of spruce. Yeah, good Sandra. You hadn't dozed off. Oh, I could doze off, I could tell you. I'm hungry now. I've not had my tea. Steph cooked the tea while I was prepping for this, which was lovely. So I've got that to have when I finish. So just one more to go. Oh, that's the front. I haven't done that, have I? Isn't it funny? It's all these little bits. Oh, I didn't do that. All these little bits that take the time. you think you're kind of finished. No, there's little finishing touches. Obviously, and I haven't done it, I didn't do it on my visions, you can just put some whisper white, cut some and do backing, and because there's a little to and a from in the set as well, which is perfect just to finish them off. So, but that's your 4 gift tags. Sorry you can't see them. I'll get rid of these and I've got more room. So you see all those, I'll go in the box, and this just to finish the box off. I think I mounted it on dimensionals, yeah. Lots of dimensionals coming up. Have you been doing much crafting, Sandra? BH? Just seems forever that I've seen you. Well, it was, isn't it? Well, before, well, yeah, just before lockdown since I last saw you. Because of the crazy world we're living in. I didn't do a special delivery, but I'll leave that. You're multitasking, watching all. I haven't seen that this year. I do like it. Is that on BBC Two, isn't it? I don't watch a lot of telly, to be fair. Although I did watch that thing on last night, that sister thing on That's One Against Night. I wasn't overly impressed, but we will see. We will see how it pans out. Right, I've got to find the back again now. I think that was the back because that was the naughty front. Right. Now I haven't done a special delivery, but I'm just going to leave it because all I am going to do though, because you've got a hole up there and I don't like seeing holes that shouldn't be there. Just pop something over it. Oh, it's the first one. Oh, excellent. Oh, I haven't missed much then. So other than putting a special delivery on there to finish it off, pretty much done. But as I say, I'm aware that the time's ticking on now. So yeah, you can finish them off with a little bit of white, whisper white on the background. And so you've got two. It's a tiny little to and from, but it's, you know, it's ideal. And they're all done. So pop them in your box. That and the card. There you go. So there we are. Let's just flip. I say a quick hello, and I'm all a little bit hot. I've got my window open tonight. That's, yeah, it's quite mild, I think, but that's probably just me because I'm having hot flushes. But yeah, me will watch as well. Yeah, I'll probably have to watch it on catch up, won't I? Anyway, thank you all for joining me. As I say, if you have any ideas that you'd like me to do, please give me a shout, because I have to rack my brains every week trying to think of what to do, unless I get some divine inspiration from somewhere. But no, I have actually got a few things planned. The next couple of ones, I do try and plan ahead. Otherwise I get a bit stressed trying to think of what things to do. But yeah, if you have any ideas, please let me know. I'm always willing to have a go if I can do it. Thank you, Julie. And so I will see you next week. And look after yourselves and stay safe and take care. Right. Thank you. Bye.